Well, we have to warn you that the images in this next story are disturbing, but it's important that we show it to you. Before you crack another egg for breakfast, an animal rights group has some claims that you need to hear. It's blowing the whistle on the nation's largest egg producer, Cal-Maine, and one of their farms right here in our area.
The horrific conditions they caught on video allegedly taking place at an egg farm in Lake Wales. 10 News reporter Eric Glasser shows you what the group uncovered and what it hopes the investigation will accomplish.
The Animal Recovery Mission, or ARM, says one of its members applied for a job as a caregiver at the Cal-Maine Egg Farm in Lake Wales, and over the course of 3 weeks shot this horrific video. Hens stuffed in so-called battery cages, the birds appearing wounded and dead, covered in feces, infested by thousands of roaches.
The cockroaches were manifesting themselves inside the feather systems of the living birds. They were literally eating them alive.
ARM says it wants Publix supermarkets and Walmart, two of Cal-Maine's biggest customers, to stop doing business with them or any company that uses the battery cage system, opting instead for free-range or cageless egg producers.
Battery cages are small cages, extremely dangerous for animals, and are considered the most inhumane structures to house animals in the world.
ARM wants people who see the video to consider giving up animal-based products or at least pay the difference for eggs produced more humanely. At this Tampa Publix, where the price difference is about $2 a dozen, we showed the video to customers, asking them if it would convince them to change their habits.
I wouldn't buy their eggs anymore.
Yes, I would pay more. I would pay more for organic eggs. I would pay more for free-range eggs, yes.
ARM's video also insinuates the filthy conditions could pose a public health threat.
Eggs coming from one of the most inhumane and unsanitary properties enters the food chain.
But the group couldn't say how many, if any, of the eggs produced showed signs of disease.
I don't know the answer to that question.
ARM says as a result of its undercover work, at least one Cal-Maine employee has been charged with misdemeanor animal cruelty, but they claim to have witnessed more abused animals.
They were being trampled to death by workers. They were being thrown against walls. They were being stomped on. They were being actually drowned in their own feces in the gallows. They were being torn apart alive.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office has identified the man charged as 38-year-old Matthew Faulkner. Investigators say they visited the Cal-Maine facility, found no criminal violations, and their case is now closed. I reached out to Cal-Maine and got a statement from them. It says, in part, that the company follows all animal welfare guidelines. They call this an isolated incident. They say the employee seen in the video was fired. And Cal-Maine claims that when the FDA was given access to its Lake Wales facility, they reported they did not find comparable conditions to what was shown on the video.
Still, though, that video is disturbing. There's no question about that. No. So why, what are they hoping to get out of this?
Yeah, so the group that we talked about, ARM, is hoping that the public will be influenced by images like this, maybe change their spending habits, maybe change their diet. And they hope that it's going to put pressure on lawmakers to change the conditions that these animals are legally allowed to be kept in, including those battery cages that the hens are squeezed into that you can see there on the video.
Yeah, it was a really tough video to watch. All right, Eric, thanks.